In the perfect gaming world, you're given options to pick whatever weapons and accessories you choose to accomplish whichever task is at hand. Ideally, the mission would normally consist of some random secret agent guy trying his way up a 4-story building to disarm a nuke that would wipe off half the face of the earth. But since I'm writing the script, I'm more likely to be playing some random RE game, most likely as Carlos Oliveira, because running around with the M4 platform and a standard Glock 17 as my sidearm looks more appealing rather than running around with the Walther PPK 380 in a black suit and tie. I mean, I'm sure I'd get away sneaking up the stairs with a Justin Timberlake comb over rather than a guy stomping around looking like the ethnic version of Slash in some combat boots. But I mean, hey, the narrative is optional. But the narrative doesn't change much when you compare this to the chaotic, corrupt system that goes on in today's society. The elites planting a senseless seed waiting to blossom so that the takeover can start and not even James Bond himself can save the day. See what I did there? Come to think of it, I probably would have to change my weapon system to fit the setting after all. To adapt to what might possibly happen in the next 10 years, maybe swap out the M4 carbine with the M92 pistol because $30 for a box of 25.56 rounds sounds ludicrous. Combine that with replacing the outdated Aimpoint M68 optic with that big bulky Fiat shaped red dot that's sitting on the top of a Ultimac railing system, and I think you might have found the best weapon system combo you could possibly have for an SHTF without rule of law situation. Now, one could argue that it'd be suicide to go with Eotech optics over any other red dot because they typically have the battery life of a drone ant, which lasts about as long as an erection on Viagra. But if we're prepping for crap really hitting the fan, we might have to look a little further than the expiration date on the back of a Surefire CR123 battery, because if you can look past the only flaw the XPS2 possesses, oh, and not complaining about spending half a stack on a red dot, worst case scenario is that you get bragging rights as compared to your buddy's Sig Romeo 5 that he won't shut up about in the car ride back from the range, and you won't die because you survived the zombie apocalypse. Go figure. Okay, Aaron, what's so special about the Eotech XPS2 and why would I even consider this as a potential candidate for my front row tickets to the next Hunger Games? Well, for starters, there's no denying the options the XPS2 possesses for its size. Unlike the 512 breakdown I did some time back, the XPS2 is the shorter of the two, also making it the smallest and lightest red dot of the Eotech line. So if you were planning on trying to put a foot in my mouth in the comment section about how the 512 is the better option than the XPS2 because of the AA battery's availability, if you ask me, I hate to say it, but I'm picking a guy that has more real estate. Let me explain. You're running a standard 16-inch carbine with the 512 as the optic, and there's an enemy out at 250 yards trying to invade your property. But you forgot that the crap has already hit the fan, so you'll have to depend on your basic marksmanship to hit the guy that's closing in on your parameter at about 40 yards every 5 seconds. Plot twist is that this dude's running an MP5K on 3-round bursts, so you'll need to drop the target fast. My guess is that you'll regret not picking up the XPS2 because with that extra real estate, you would have had the option to run a magnifier, and Usain Bolt over there running down the fields would have been in last place a long time ago. Add this along with the Eotech's famous 68 MOA ring, and you make 750-foot shots at intruders feel like you're still plinking with the Ruger Mark IV. No, seriously, because the beauty of owning Eotech products is that you don't need a gamer code to unlock superb reticles. The 68 MOA ring around the 1 MOA red dot is the standard when it comes to shooting any Eotech optic. Bouncing from one zombie head to another, your target acquisitions become unmatched when it comes to decapitating smaller targets. Now do you see why I'm upset at the fact that Resident Evil still hasn't adopted the red dot in the game? Just imagine how fast walkthroughs would be with an Egyptian Mahdi equipped with that XPS2. The other features include its 20 daylight brightness setting, which you can find the adjustment buttons located in the front. The elevation and windage adjustments are ideal for any optic. Those can be found on the side of the red dot for whatever minor tweaking is necessary. Right behind that is where the CR123 battery is located. The benefits of this is that if you're carrying a Surefire 300 model as your weapon light, well, now you have an excuse to buy another box of 12. Or 100, because remember when I told you that this holographic sight has one flaw? Well, get used to doing basic maintenance duties every month swapping out batteries because these things go out faster than the average entrepreneur on IG that call themselves life coaches. But hey, at least you get the aluminum hood that covers the brains of the XPS2, and now you get to brag to all your friends about how you and Mando both have Beskar. Just kidding. The importance of actually surviving crap hitting the fan, or EMP strikes, starts with the #1 thing that most people often overlook: supplies. Obviously, training plays an important role, but having accessories to give you the advantage to stay 3 steps ahead makes you the front runner to surviving in dire situations. The XPS2 is the perfect red dot to add to your weapon system to help you survive in those times. For the ones interested in the Eotech XPS2, I'll have the link in the description below. There is where you can also find the rest of my bug out breakdowns in the description as well. Until then, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. To watch more content like this in the future, click the subscribe button. To get instant updates for the latest PPU content, click the bell notification icon as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.